I want to tell you about one of the most memorable cases from my time doing trauma surgery in South Africa. So one night I was on call overnight and one of the interns had asked me to assess and manage a patient who was brought in after he was whipped countless times on his back and limbs with something called a sjambok, which was a leather whip that communities would sometimes use in a form of corporal punishment for heinous crimes like murder or rape. So we brought this patient into the trauma bay. We laid him down on a stretcher face down with his back fully exposed, and his back and limbs were littered with countless open gaping lacerations. So one of the other medical students and I had teamed up to treat his wounds, but because the wounds were so widespread, we couldn't use a local anesthetic like lidocaine to dull the pain. And at this time, general anesthesia or procedural sedation outside of the operating theater was not a thing. So we gave him maximal doses of IV morphine, but as we were cleaning and stitching up his wounds, he would still be writhing around and moaning in pain. So we'd have to talk him down saying, calm down, take deep breaths, try not to move. And we did this for about 2 to 3 hours because he just had so many open lacerations. So after we finished bandaging and closing all of his wounds, we admitted him to the trauma ward, and we continued working straight through the night until the morning came and the daytime team had taken over. And then at that time, we went home to sleep. So the following day I show up to work and I'm doing rounds on the trauma ward and I didn't see my patient. So I'm asking the intern, oh, where's my patient? Was he discharged? And the intern told me that throughout the course of the day, he developed rhabdomyolysis, renal failure, severe electrolyte abnormalities, and he had a cardiac arrest and died on the ward. And that was one of the first times that one of my own patients had died. And it was a pretty crazy thing to digest because corporal punishment like that doesn't exist where I'm from. And I'm guessing that each person that contributed to whipping him once or twice didn't think that they were going to kill him, but this community inadvertently sentenced him to death.